Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is out endorsing former President Trump, and that means now it's Trump versus Nikki Haley for the Republican nomination. ABC News senior congressional correspondent Rachel Scott joins me now from Franklin, New Hampshire, along with ABC News chief Washington correspondent Jonathan Karl. John, Ron DeSantis was beating Trump in some polls last year. So what happened that now here we are, not even before the first primary, and DeSantis is out?
Well, he had two things. First, he turned out to be a profoundly flawed candidate, but he also ran a spectacularly bad campaign, one of the worst we have ever seen. Because not only did he kind of come into this ahead of Trump in the polls, he had money. He blew, I mean, we're still counting. We'll see what the final disclosures say. But at the end, it's going to be about $150 million spent, all to get a handful of delegates out of Iowa. A spectacularly bad campaign where he got hit over and over again by Trump, and he didn't take the fight to Trump until it was really too late.
Rachel, according to the polls, New Hampshire has been Nikki Haley's best chance to beat Trump. Does she have the support to do it?
At one point in this final stretch here, she was single digits away from Trump, really closing that gap. But in recent days, according to latest polling, we have really seen Trump's lead widen. He is now ahead of her by 11 points here in New Hampshire. And so this is going to be an uphill challenge for Nikki Haley. And look, she knows it. For months, she's been saying that she wants this to be a two-person race. But much like DeSantis, she really largely held off on going after the former president. So now here, with just days to go, one day left, actually, we are seeing her sort of ramp up the attacks against Donald Trump. But it's the same question that John just posed. Is it too little, too late?
John, there was this moment where former President Trump appeared to confuse Nikki Haley for former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi when talking about the insurrection. I want to play that moment for you.
They never report the crowd on January 6th. You know, Nikki Haley, you know, did you know they destroyed all of the information, all of the evidence, everything, deleted and destroyed all of it, because of lots of things. Like Nikki Haley is in charge of security. We offered her 10,000 people.
John, what do you make of that? And how's Trump's team responding?
Well, first of all, he's obviously thinks he's talking about Nancy Pelosi,
right,
although what he says is not true. I mean, Nancy Pelosi was not in charge of security. He didn't offer Nancy Pelosi 10,000 troops. That's all a lie. But even embedded in that lie, he's obviously confused, and it's not the first time. This has been happening a lot. He has, on several occasions, talked about beating Obama in 2016. He thinks he ran against Barack Obama. At one point, he warned that President Biden was going to get us into World War II, which, you know, that would be an interesting thing. And also in that very same speech, he started talking, I think he was trying to get at the point of military bases that were named after Confederate generals having their names changed. But he referred to Fort this, Fort that. He's not the same guy that he was in 2016.
Now, people misspeak all the time, but how tricky does this get, given how quickly supporters of each side are to go after Trump or Biden anytime they say something like this?
Well, look, I think, first of all, I think Biden gets hit for this a lot more. And Biden isn't making mistakes like that. I mean, Biden obviously shows his age. Republicans obviously want to make that into an issue, but they have somebody that is running towards the Republican nomination who clearly has brain fog at times. And that is a particularly vivid example, but it is far from the only example. By the way, the Biden campaign has already clipped an ad. They've already put together an ad with those words, coupled with Nikki Haley saying that that Trump is not mentally there.
And this was an issue for Nikki Haley from the moment she announced she was running. We're sure to hear a lot more about that as we head into tomorrow's primary. Rachel, John, Karl, thank you both.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.